Hey, it's Celia on the record with Jordana, who came through with her great band to play on our Sonic Cathedral. Welcome to Nashville.
Oh, thank you.
How's tour going?
Oh, it's getting better every day. I feel like because we're all like getting over sicknesses. So. Yeah, it's been
you
pretty
passed
bad.
it around, but now it's moving out.
Yeah.
Okay, blessings.
Yeah.
This great album was released at the time we record this. It's been a few months, so it's really resonating with folks while you're on this tour.
Yeah, yay.
Lively Premonition. I love the sound of that, and also the sound through the album. And it's a little bit of a contrast from when you first released music. I mean, you were making it in bedrooms, and people were receiving it in bedrooms, right?
Yeah,
in COVID, it was very meta.
Oh,
yeah,
that's about all I need to know.
But now you've been able to make a move, right, and make music in a different way. Can you tell us, sort of like root us in place and time for this record?
Yeah. I was a really big fan. Well, I mean, I still am a really big fan of my friend Emmett, and I really wanted to make music with him at some point. And it was just before I moved to LA. He was like, "Why don't you come upstate New York and come to my studio and we'll just like record in the woods and just it'll be a vibe." And then I was like, okay, I'll go up. I'll see what comes out of this, And I ended up just being like, wait, let's make a project together because like I really love this. But I have a habit of like starting things across the country and then like living somewhere else and then just having to go back and forth, which really works out because I like to just have a set couple of days where I just hone in on it, like hone in on recording and stuff. And yeah, it really worked out, I think, because he's just a great person to work with, and we were into the same kind of genre things that we wanted to try, and yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
So you're saying you started writing with him in New York, like it just sort of was pouring out. You're like, oh, this is a whole thing. This is not just us hanging. This is going to be the next LP. Like you kind of knew.
Yeah, I kind of knew right away.
And then you moved in between starting it and finishing it?
Well, I moved directly after the first time I worked with him.
Wow.
Like, I guess it was like 2 weeks later after that I moved to LA. And, but then I was like, well, this works out because I do like setting aside a time,
I see.
Going into the woods, really just going for it instead of having that around me all the time, I guess.
I hear
don't know.
it.
There's
Well,
something
I like
about
the idea
that.
of the focus. I mean, that said, this does sound, and I think you've said on the record, this is your LA record. This sounds sunshiny West Coast, not necessarily mountain cabin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, it was like fucking, sorry, can I say that?
It's the internet.
It was like freezing, it's freezing in the wintertime. I hate being cold. I have a Chihuahua who also hates being cold. And that's one of the main reasons why I moved to LA, because I need to be basking in the sun. You know what I mean? Sunscreen every day though. Make sure you wear your sunscreen. But yeah, I feel like I made a bunch of happier sounds solely because I had access to like amazing weather where I was just like, oh, my body feels good, so I feel good. Like I'm actually happier now, and I like, despite some of the dark lyrics maybe, or we're going for like a joyful noise.
That was going to speak to the juxtaposition, because even within a song you have a really upbeat melody and then darkness. I think one of my colleagues just said,
I love doing that.
Like a Dog's the most joyful song about a toxic relationship he's ever heard.
Yeah.
You manifest that too. You fabricated the sunshine on the record and in the song. But some of the song titles too, I mean, it'll go from really introspective to like Raver Girl, right? Like party.
Yeah, party.
So has that been sort of your experience in LA, is like all of it, all of the above? Like
actually, like partying or something. I don't like really. I don't drink anymore. And I don't know. I just I made up a ton of stuff on this. Which is something big that came out of something new, and something big that came out of recording this record was like, I usually just write from the heart. Like whenever I'm feeling current time, I'm just like, I need to get all of it out. Like I need to shit all of it out. like all of it. I want to be empty. I want to be left with all these emotions, no emotions. But was finding myself kind of drained after doing that because I had gone through a breakup and I wrote the breakup songs that are like on the record. But then I'm like, what do I do now? Like I don't really. I'm like, I gotta go somewhere else for this. And I don't know. Heart You Hold is about like going to summer camp, and I've never really been to summer camp, but I'm like, this is what I imagine when I think of summer camp, and I'm just like, all right, well, I guess this is what you're gonna do like when you get there, and you know, just make it happy and make up stories.
You created little worlds that were not really yours. You just imagined.
It's fun. I was like, why didn't I do this before? It's like,
wait, do you have a background in creative writing, or did that come easy to you?
No, I mean, well, I guess I hadn't really tried to reach that part of my creativity. So it was like a new level unlocked, and I was like, whoa, wait, is anyone else seeing this? Like, this is cool.
So a new you through this album cycle, I can tell.
Yeah.
But new you and old favorites, right? Didn't you pick back up the violin after some time? This was like a childhood pursuit, revived?
Violin was my first instrument. I started playing when I was 9, and I thought that like I was gonna be one of those orchestra people. I don't know. But then I discovered indie rock, and
another one bites the
became
dust.
more interested in that, and sort of out of spite, like I don't know, just went full into it, and I left the violin behind for quite some time, I feel like, which was sad to think about because like I could have done so much more with it, you know? But, you know, making up for all that lost time and putting it in the record and stuff and letting it shine at moments, like I'm very proud of the violin solo on We Get By. I'm happy that I get to have that, you know what I mean? So yeah, just gonna try to if I begin my reputation as being a prairie violin girl, I would love that. Yeah. I would love that. I'll do it. I'll do it.
The neglect doesn't count if people just now know you and you start this
whatever.
album with a violin solo.
Yeah, you can be whatever you want to be.
That's
you can
what I've been saying.
People have been like changing things about themselves in the public eye for like 10 million minutes of the world. So
I have to know, because listening to this reminds me of so much music of my youth, but it wasn't your youth. It was like before your time sort of sound. So was this stuff you grew up on that influenced this sound, or truly just living in California?
I mean, like, I think it's also just because of a sort of like genre interest in the moment. Like whenever I'm interested in a specific genre, I kind of fixate on it, and I wanna make it myself, you know what I mean? I want to try my hand at it. And this was like, you know, super modern. Obviously I don't really know a lot about that time because I did not live then. I was not made. I was not created then. But that's what's great about archive, is that you can just listen to everything, I guess, which I have yet to do. But I don't know. I started getting into like, I don't know, Mamas and the Papas, and my mom and I are like kind of Carpenters like fans, so yeah, just was bouncing ideas off of Emmett, and it was fun, like because we got to just kind of geek out on like, oh my god, wait, listen to this song, oh my god, we should make something like that, like that's what it's all about. And
you would try it and see what stuck.
Yeah.
And a lot of it did.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm going to smoke a ton of cigarettes and I'm going to make my voice go really low.
And then high. There's like a Sissy Houston moment on the record too. I wrote that down. Like, where'd that come from? Let's go. You do have quite the range. Did you sing as long as you've played violin? Have you?
No, actually. I like started singing, I think when I was like 15 or 16. I didn't really, I'd harmonize with my mom in the car, like listening to a ton of records together. Which that's really all you need to do, I feel like, because that's how you kind of teach yourself harmonization. I feel like just
singing in the car with your mom.
Sing, just like do it, you know?
Yeah.
And you'll find your way around, because I don't know theory at all. That's nerd shit.
It's funny because I was thinking how musical as a band you seemed, like rehearsing and then
they're all nerds.
You just had to enlist music nerds to make this tour work? Okay, heard.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to share about, I don't know, the recording of this record and any particular song, a story that you haven't really gotten to tell?
This Is How I Know was the only one that was recorded in LA.
Really?
Even though everything else sounds like it probably would have been recorded in LA.
Why was that one sort of left over to do there?
Well, Emmett came to visit LA when he was still living in Kingston. And we had this publishing space that he was using. And yeah, we had a session. We were like, well, I mean, you're here, so why not try to like pump out some jams or something? And then started This Is How I Know, and I'm pretty sure we did the vocals in New York, but the rest of the song was like just in a studio. Started out with no like real drums. But yeah, I mean, another sunshine song, you know?
We need it. We're recording this in the winter. We need the sunshine.
The world needs more sunshine songs. Seriously, I want to be happy.
Yeah, we deserve to be happy.
You deserve to be happy.
You know who I love talking to in this very space? Another Sonic Cathedral alumnus is Ryan from Yacht Club. He's a friend of yours, right?
I love Ryan.
Yeah, you've collaborated with a ton of people. So can you speak to that, sort of like the intersection of friendship and creative respect, and how that's maybe shaped your sound?
Yeah. Well, actually, we were like SoundCloud friends for a while, and that song was like 4 years in the making. Like we were gonna do a little collaboration when I guess maybe I don't even remember where I was living at the time, but I sent him like a little demo of whatever I had, and he was like, yeah, this is sick, like let's work with it. And then we just like never really did anything with it. And then I guess a while ago, the time just I don't understand time really, but he like totally transformed it into this banger. And he was living in New York, and I think it was around the time where before I moved, like right before I moved away as well, I like went to his apartment, and we just recorded the vocals, and then that was that. Like it took a long time to get there. It was weird. I think it's the longest I've ever like sat on a song. I feel like
it's kind of fun though.
It is fun. It's great. Yeah, especially with a friend. Like I love Ryan. He's so great. Yeah. But yeah, I had like a sort of, I guess, self-worth problem with recording music like by myself, because I thought, well, this technically just like wouldn't be mine unless I did everything. And I was just like very gatekeepy about it. But as I was like working with more and more people, it really opens your mind in a great amount, because you do not have all the ideas. You don't yourself have all the ideas. Like, let's give some room for other people, you know what I mean? And yeah, collaboration is life. You know, it's art. Yeah. It is art.
I love that openness developed over time, and that you can own up to, like, I used to be protective, and now actually I've seen good things happen in my music because of that.
Yeah. It can still be yours for sure. Like, it can still be yours fully, but like, you know, just get out of that bubble that you're in, you know what I mean?
Well, Lively Premonition, great tunes, mostly you, I imagine, and a lot of other input. Thanks for sharing these songs with the world, and have a great time on tour. Stay well now that you guys are on the mend.
Yeah.
Thanks for dropping by.
Thank you.